Welcome to your Voice Your Impact show, where authentic voices spark real change and bold conversations lead to lasting impact.
That's right. This is a space where we amplify ideas, celebrate stories, and challenge mindsets, because every voice matters and every story has the power to transform.
Whether you're a dreamer, a doer, a change maker, or someone simply figuring it out, we are here for you. Each week, we bring inspiring guests, thought-provoking conversations, and powerful insights to help you own your voice and leave your impact.
I am the energetic EJ, a life and transformational coach, a podcaster, and an event host. I work with women who are accomplished to turn their success into legacy influence.
Hi, my name is Olawale Afolabi, but many know me as Scott Unlimited. I'm a seasoned compere and orator par excellence, passionate about connecting people through words and purpose. Beyond the mic, I'm a business intelligence professional driven by insight, strategy, and impact.
My name is Grace So Amazing. I am an integrative life coach. I help my clients align their psychological, social, and physical well-being. I am the founder of Friends Lean On Global Foundation, a non-governmental organization that is centered on educating people about mental and emotional well-being. Like,
subscribe,
and share. Welcome.
All right. Yes. Welcome to another episode on Your Voice, Your Impact show. This is the energetic EJ, and I am super excited to be here today, even though not within the circumstance that I would have, preferred, being in my own, space where I can just, enjoy my listening in my earplugs and having my mic with me and all of that. But I'm here and I'm super excited because I'm outside. Yay! I'm outside. And so it's great to be here today. As you can see, I'm outside and in this colorful, lobby of a loft hotel in Adnet in Abu Dhabi, because I'm attending the Bridge Summit. Now, this summit, like, the advert on this summit was so bloody. It was so bloody. Like, it was like, if you were not here, where are you? And it's like everybody is here. Like, what's going on? What's happening? What's this summit about? I was really curious, and I'm glad that I made it, because even just with the opening of the summit, and taking us through a story of the vision that birthed this summit, is to bring together a bridge. So the summit is called the Bridge Summit, and the whole idea is to bridge every part of media, talking about traditional media, mainstream media, social media, technology, AI, basically information and how we are propagating it through the different media, whether publishing, video, audio, and all of that, print, and it's just interesting. It was a beautiful opening ceremony today. And then the first conversation we had after that was one where Idris Elba was the main, guest of the day, talking about Africa and bringing Africa and involving and having Africa play a major role in the landscape of media. And it's such an interesting one. And we've had different, like hundreds of workshops that are ongoing simultaneously that are lined up for the next 3 days. So it starts today and it ends on Wednesday. So it's been exciting. But yeah, of course, I have to show up here because this is my own media. This is my own space, right? And I think Grace is here in the building. Oh, Grace is not here at the moment. So I think Grace's network is misbehaving at the moment, but she's going to join us as soon as she sort that out. But I'm happy to be here today. And of course, if you joined us last week, on the show, we introduced our series for December, which is basically to take stock of what 2025 has been like for us and for our guests. Right. So this month we're talking about the journey so far in 2025. Our guests will be sharing with us their most, the achievement or the goal that they are proud to have achieved this year. What something that they decided that they were going to work on at the beginning of the year, and going ahead to achieve it, this year. And just take us through that story that would start with, okay, what was the goal? How did it go? What did you learn? And we ended up in gratitude because, of course, that we're here right now at this time in 2025 is worth being grateful for. Not many people who made it into 2025 is making it out of 2025 or has even made it this far in 2025. And of course, I know there's still a couple of days more to go before we bid 2025 goodbye and welcome 2026. So how about we just wrap up the year in gratitude, but also without, with looking back, reflecting on what the journey has been and being truly grateful for how far we've come. Taking us in that conversation today is a beautiful lady that I met last week, and it was a pleasant, meeting. We're meeting for the first time, but I had an event in their outfit, which is Wild Woven Dubai, and she was my contact person, and she gave us this very beautiful welcoming at the Wild Woven Dubai when we hosted a meet and greet last week, and we got talking. I'm like, and he was like, you know what? I like what you do. Can I share my story? I'm like, of course, you can share your story. One more thing before I bring up our guest. I was just in a session before I came here. It was a session with Zachary. Zachary is this, guy that has so many followers online. And okay, Grace is here. And he does kindness. Basically, his content is about kindness. So he just reaches out to random people on the streets, sometimes to just give them a hug, and sometimes to help them with something that they need. And he's been a huge inspiration to many people, both young and old. We had the conversation in one of the stages in the summit, and there were like almost like 10 different people who communicated during that session, was talking about how inspired they were by his story, by his content, and how as parents, they were actually sharing his content with their younger kids. And it's just beautiful to see. And one of the things that they were saying while he was talking about what the journey has been and all of that, questions were asked like what inspires him, why is he doing this and all of that. It's like one experience changed his life, which was he was down, he was discouraged and all of that, but just random women in Australia saw him, that he was downcast, and they just listened to him. They just listened, just listening, and listened to a stranger, pour out his heart. And that really was when the whole idea, like, you know what, I want to do this for many people. I don't even know what my little kindness can do. It could be a hug, it could be just listening to somebody, and now it can change their life. And that's how he began. And today he's inspiring people all over the world. But one of the other things that came up was how would he advise, people who are just coming up with their own content journey and all of that. And one of the things that came up is show up. Just show up, okay? You don't know when the eyeballs that, will change that story for you will be watching you. So hence, while we're showing up always on your voice, your impact show. All right. So yes, yes, yes. Gracie, before I bring up our guest, how are you doing? I'm loving the red lipstick. What's going on, babe?
Yeah, we're readying it up. We're ready. It's Christmas, it's the
Christmas.
month of December. Were you talking about kind what's that his name, please?
His name is Zachary, but I think I can't remember his handle, but his name is Zachary. So he does this like
Oh,
he
oh,
could just maybe knock on people's doors and or buy some pay for someone's
oh,
grocery or
there's
something.
a
He just
Nigerian guy that
understanding.
does the same thing, and I've been
Okay,
dying to
okay.
know. You know the guy I'm talking about.
No, I think I do, but I'm not sure. I think I saw something of his recently.
Okay, so I thought you were talking about him because I missed that part. I mean, my weekend was beautiful. Speaking of kindness, our foundation had our end of the year onboarding session hangout for the year this Saturday, and just like that guy, I was what we do at the foundation with our onboarding hangout is if you are feeling overwhelmed and you really do not want to talk to people that you already know, because they know you, and so that's what our foundation, that particular onboarding hangout, that's what we do when we bring people together to onboarding. Just let it out, and someone around would encourage you. So yes, pretty much seems that we're going to be talking a lot about kindness and gratitude, which is what we're about. The theme for the month is on gratitude and things in that regard. So yes, it's a beautiful time to be alive and to show kindness, and that was my highlight this weekend, and I'm very, very excited that we are here to show up again. You have to unmute. I cannot hear you.
Sorry, I was saying just 1 second. Serenada is just giving me hints that she still can't see you, but I'm thinking maybe it's because she's using a Mac laptop, possibly, I don't know, and using maybe Safari browser or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's okay. I can see Gracie, I can hear her. I just hope you can hear her when you come on. And I'm monitoring as well. On LinkedIn, I can see and hear her. So I think we're good. But yeah, let's bring up our guest. So our guest today, like I was saying, is Serenada Saad, and I hope Saad. I don't know if it's Saad or Sad. She's gonna let us know when she comes up, but it's spelled Saad. She's gonna let us know when she comes up, and we're gonna, get to know her, get to know her journey in 2025, what she's grateful for, what she's most proud of accomplishing this year. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on our virtual stage Serenada. The name sounds Spanish, Italian, and all of that. Let's find out what is this origin? Where are you from, girl? Hello, hello.
Hi,
How are you?
great actually. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. So, give us a quick
Amazing.
intro of who Serenada is. First of all, starting with pronouncing your name and your
The
last name
name,
correctly for us.
perfect. So the name is Italian actually, and it spells Serenada. Serenada is like you're speaking Italian, Serenada. And the last name is Arabic, which is Saad. And just Serenada Saad. I'm originally from Syria. I'm also Canadian, and now I live in UAE. As you can see, I'm proud to be also part of UAE community, part of UAE people. Um, I lived here before 10 years ago, and I'm proud to be coming back uh, here again, based in Dubai. Glad that I got the chance to see you last couple of weeks, and it was my pleasure seeing you and getting to know you better. Lots of positive energy you've got, and I like that. That's why we vibe together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. Oh, so that's interesting. That's new information for me that you lived here before 10 years ago and you're back. What brought you back? Why are you back?
Wow. Let me tell you an honest answer. Actually, the sun brought me back. I love the weather. I love the hot weather. I used to live in Canada before, which was actually quite challenging when it comes to weather. I'm just a summer person. That's the most
I
important
love
thing
it.
to me.
Hmm.
Plus, for sure, so many things about UAE, about Dubai, the multicultural things here. So many people, different cultures, getting to learn each other. The vibe by itself, the safety here, security, the privacy that I get. It's just an amazing place to live, I would say.
More about that one. I couldn't agree more. But ooh, summer, really. Anyways, but when you said Canada and then Dubai, okay, I hear you on
Yes,
that
makes
one. Yes,
sense.
it makes a lot of sense. Plus, you've got the summer body, so of course you would love summer. So you can be in some bikini, so you can show off this
Sure,
bikini body.
exactly. I actually still cannot see Grace.
Oh, really? Oh, that's sad. But I can
She's
see
on mute,
both of you.
but I can see her as well.
But she can see you.
Okay, let me speak.
Oh.
Can you hear me at least?
I can't see her or hear her. I think it's problem with my connection, unfortunately.
Though.
And I wonder
Can you hear
why the
her?
connection has to do with me. And I
I
don't
can
know.
hear you
Okay,
only, EJ,
maybe
but I
I should
can't
go
hear
out
Grace.
and come back again.
Grace
Oh, you
is
can't hear Grace still.
Oh, now I see her. No, she disappeared again. Okay, now I see
Oh,
her.
well, can you hear her?
Can you? Yes, I can hear her. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Finally. Yes.
Your name sounds like, when you serenade someone. Is that
Thank
what it means?
Exactly. You got that. You got it right.
Oh, should I
Yes. Yes.
serenade you?
So exactly. And I do sing actually. I'm gonna sing at the end of the session. Okay.
Serenade is going to serenade us. How about
Why
that?
not? Wow, that's gonna be so exciting.
So I'm laughing a lot. I've been laughing a lot today. I guess because
Nice.
I'm having a happy day. But
Amazing.
thank you, Serenada. Thanks, Serenada, for being here. Okay, so let's kick off
Sure.
this conversation to say that looking at 2025, for me
Mhm.
personally, it's been a year and a half. In 1 year, to tell you
Wow.
how heavy this year has been for me, but heavy in a good way, in that I've grown, I've been stretched
Mhm.
beyond my comfort zone. And so I know I've grown through the experience, but that's my 2025. So for
Mhm.
you, what would you say your 2025 is like if you had to describe it in one word or one sentence? And then what achievement are you most proud of this year? Then we can get
Mhm.
into that conversation.
Okay. So if I were to describe 2025 in few words, I would say it taught me to be my authentic self. Um, and to explain more, I've been through challenges, obviously, that actually have shaped where I am right now, have shaped my personality, uh, changed actually my life perspectives um, in terms of so many things. The challenges that I faced um, shaped my way of thinking towards certain stuff. It taught me actually a lot to embrace the challenges and be able to just accept them as they are in order to be able to resolve, like to just solve any problem that I had. I'm just like I went through things that made me realize that no, I don't have to fake anything. I don't have to be someone else who is not me. So every time I stick to being my authentic self, I get successful and I get really the best results I've ever wanted. I have faced some kind of challenges in different areas of my life, whether it's like financially, emotionally, I would say, personal wise, anything. I could stand up for myself, but I would have to mention the support of my close friends, people who were there for me all the time. I'm grateful for that throughout 2025 plus the next coming years and also previous years. I always uh, feel that I have to be grateful for those people who actually are always there for me because we get the same support for each other. Whenever they need me, I'll be always there for them. Whenever I need them, they're always there for me. There are few people that went through the same challenges with me, and they were really supportive, and I'm very grateful for that. I will make sure to carry these friends with me to 2026.
Okay, awesome. I love that. That okay, 2025 for you has been ups and downs as with every year, right? And I think that's the beauty of the life that we live, that we're able to
Sure.
go through the ups and the downs and come out better people. So what would you say is your proudest achievement in this year? Let's talk about your proudest achievement this year, and then we can take a journey through how that went through for you. So you can go ahead and tell us what your proudest achievement is this year, and then Grace can take it on from there.
Mhm. I would say I've learned a lot. I had a goal from the beginning of the year to be more patient actually with any challenges or circumstances I face, and to be always with positive thinking. So I feel that I can say that I'm proud of having this, like being able to be in this stage where I'm really seeing only the positive side with every circumstance or every challenge or obstacle. So ending 2025 December, I feel, yes, I can see the change in me, and I just take everything with a smile. I take everything with a calm thinking. I would say if I face any problem, I would just think, uh, count until 10 before taking any action or judging or anything. And I will try to analyze the situation and see that there's a positive side about it. If I don't understand it now, for sure later on I'll be able to realize why this happened to me. So that is my proudest thing in 2025.
Grace.
Right. Thank you so much. That was, I mean, awesome. And like EJ said, that life generally comes with ups and downs, and how you navigate
Absolutely.
through some of these things defines who you are as a person. So
Mhm.
the question I want to ask you is centered around what
I'm unable to hear you.
about challenge. All right. So there are different areas of life. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly?
Now I can hear you back. Yes.
Okay. All right. So there are different areas of life, and like you said, you were able to go through all these areas. The challenges you went through, and you were able to come out of it. What is that unique thing that you can say was synonymous to some of these areas, like be it I don't want to call out the particular sector, but what
Mhm.
would you say was outstanding that with this challenge that you faced, you could call out one thing that was similar to the other part of the challenge that you were facing, one unique thing that was synonymous to all these areas and all these sectors of your of the path or the challenges that you went through. Did you get the question? One unique thing that was just outstanding in all of these areas that you had to
The common
navigate
thing
through.
in all of
A
them.
common thing. That's it. That's the better way to put it. Yes. That common thing that stood out.
I could think of actually, yes, I can say that the common thing that I felt that the life was testing me in all of them. So it was like maybe the universe was testing me somehow, testing my patience, testing how I handle things, because I have this goal set at the beginning of the year that I want to challenge myself. So the circumstances started to uh, be full. Yes, I started to face things um, to to see if I'm actually good for that challenge. And I feel like I succeeded in that. I passed the test, hopefully.
Indeed, you did. Indeed, you did. And there's something that comes out in whenever people when we talk about this, when we have these conversations, and
Mhm.
you said something about being your authentic self. What would you say about with what we see live in, I mean, on social media, people having to feign a lot of things, wanting to be this, wanting to be that. What would you say is being authentic while you're navigating through life? How would you
Mhm.
show up being your authentic self and not being someone else by following the tide and keeping up with the Joneses and all of the things that you get to see that sometimes can be depressing? I don't know about you, but you see some
Very
things
much.
online and you be like, where am I? Am I not achieving what I should be achieving? So what would you say, can help you stay grounded or helped you? It's your story and it's your impact. How would you be able to navigate how were you able to stay authentic without following or without getting lost in the crowd?
First of all, I always put in mind that everything that I see is just virtual. So social media, any platform, whatever, like whenever you see a good story or like a loving couple, you there's so many stories behind the scene that we don't know.
Mm,
And every time I see something, I just remind myself that this could not be the reality. It's not that they mean actually to fake that. Some people, it's just the way that they live, they prefer. And like everyone has different own, like different lifestyle. I always remind myself that this could not be the reality at all. And I will always be myself the way I was born, raised, and also personally, because I've been to many countries. Like I was born and raised in Syria, I've been to Canada, and I'm here in UAE now. I learned so many cultures, and I knew so many people with different cultures, nationalities, personalities, and myself, like talking about my personal journey. My friends always reach out to me whenever they have something to talk about because they say I'm a good listener, hopefully. So I get to know people more and more, and I learn from experiences, even from strangers, not just from friends or relatives. That also shaped my personality, which I'm in right now. And I just stick to myself that I'm here for a reason. I'm on earth for a reason, and everybody has a message to deliver. I will stick to that. I don't want to be distracted with anything, and I'm proud of that. And I just keep the positive energy, as I said before, and I stay as I am because I will reach. At the end of the day, if I want to fix to be someone else, I can't live their life because Serenada's life, it will always be Serenada's life. No matter how I fake in the middle, at the end of the journey or the result that I'm gonna get belongs to me, not to anyone else. So that's why I make sure to stick to my personality, my goals, my vision, my life perspectives. For sure, I change sometimes, depends on the circumstances, whatever aligns with my path, and I take that as a good thing, and I just continue.
thank you. Over to you, the energetic, beautiful way to answer that question. And
Thank you.
yes, I'm happy that
Uh,
you're here and you're already
Amazing.
creating impact.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. So, if you wanted to highlight, because one of the reasons we're doing this in this month, one of the reasons we're doing this series is to help people, even our guests, right? Because I believe that when we live life sometimes, for those of us who are on that journey of personal development and constantly, you know, uh, growing and looking at tools and methods to better ourselves, we might know or realize the power of reflection and documentation, which is documenting
Mhm.
our journeys. But not everyone knows. Sometimes, the saying that you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. So sometimes when we're going through these things, we don't really, in the heat of things, we don't really capture and distill what we're going through. So, which is why I believe on this show and on a series like this is also to help you kind of look at, okay, actually, this is what I went through. And these are the things that I did to help me get here. So we're talking about, the actions that shaped your 2025 because thankfully you're proud of yourself. You're proud of the
Mhm.
growth that you've achieved, setting a goal to be more patient this year, life giving you the reason to be patient, you actually
Exactly.
being patient, and ending the year with gladness in your heart. What are some actions that you would say you took to help you stay true to this goal to the point of achieving it, that now you're finishing the year strong, feeling like, okay, we did that. That means next year we can set another goal. We can go for it and we can get it done. What are some actions that you put in place?
I would say the most and the very obvious one that I have taken is moving back from Canada to Dubai. That actually I went through quite few challenges to come back here. But now, like as you were talking, and then I was thinking of the answer. Actually, um, I remember how I did that actually, and when I look back and have a flashback, I feel like, oh my god, I did that. That was amazing. I just moved countries, and I mean, I did that in the first place more than 10 years ago when I left Syria. That by itself is an amazing action. And for me, throughout the years, I didn't actually think that it's really good. I was just like, okay, I just moved. It's easy to adapt in a different country. But actually, this thing by itself is something very, like, it really needs strength and needs like positive thinking, needs also self confidence. And when I look back to remember all these years, I feel like, wow, I really did that, and I'm really proud. Like that's the proudest moment. Um, Coming back here, having everything in place. Like I have this goal and this goal and this goal in different areas of my life, and I think I'm on the right track. Hopefully, for sure, we might have like ups and downs, changing in the plan, but that's part of the process. I would call it.
That I love that. I love that. And what I hear you say is that you made a decision. Some of the actions you took is you made a decision. Now, I don't
Yes,
know if you want to go into the story of what led to that decision, but what I hear you say is you made a decision to move from where you were, to say, okay, this where I'm at might not be able to get me to where I want to go. And to get to where I want to go, I need to make a move. So you made a decision and you stuck to the
exactly.
decision and took the action, and you're here in the UAE,
Yes.
to continue whether where you stop from or start all over again, whatever that story is. So thank you for sharing that. So if you wanted to speak to your the version of you that came into 2025, now that we are in the end of 2025, what would you say to her that could have helped her maybe achieve bigger? So I know you had a goal, but I don't know what level of the goal you achieved. So, for
Uh-huh.
example, for me, I probably did not hit all my goals for the year, but there are things I would tell Adria of January 2025 that I would have told her so that she could have done better, right? If you were to meet Serenada January 2025, now in December 2025, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to calm down, that everything will be okay, and not to rush things because everything has its own time and it will definitely come at the right timing. Because again, this is part of the process. Whatever goal I have set in mind, if I'm working towards this goal and I see I face some challenges, that's again part of my way, my part of the road, and then for sure I'm not gonna have a straight road. I will face some challenges. So I would definitely tell Serenada in January 2025 to calm down, that everything will go exactly the way she wanted.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Gracie.
Yeah, thank you so much. I loved when you talked about how you've lived in, different continents. That's the
Mhm.
dream of a lot of people. I want to
True.
live in all these countries, and it's part of education. Having to meet people with different orientations and all of that is something that I would really, really love to do. Yeah, so the question I have to ask is about environment. What
Mhm.
do you have to say about the way an environment can, how the effect of one's environment and their personal growth? What do you
Mhm.
think about the role of one's environment and their personal growth? After that, there's a follow-up question around that. But what do you have to say about environment and personal growth?
It doesn't actually, it definitely affects the most who you are with all the time and who you surround yourself with, because environment means people to me. So people will affect you the most, especially the ones who are like closest to you, because we humans, we listen, like we sometimes we just listen to an advice from whoever, and then maybe we think it's the best that could work on our life, but their life is different from ours. And listening to people all of the time, like, yes, take advice from people, but just apply that to your own journey. It doesn't, like, your journey is different from anyone's else's journey. It affects a lot. I try to avoid negativity all the time, and I can say it out loud. Negative attitudes, negative thinking, people who have negative vibes, and I'm sorry to say that, they could work on themselves. But even when I'm in the most challenging moment of my life, or like the saddest moment, I would say, I just don't vibe with negative people. I just keep myself away, even if I have to cut off some relationships. It's so, like, sad to say that I did cut some relationships with people who don't vibe with me on the same page, and I feel better actually.
I love it. I love that you said that environment has to do with people. It's not just a geographical space. So yeah, the follow-up question was if you were to talk about personality and environment, which comes first? Do you think your your personal growth and your personality are tied together, or I mean can work together in terms of which one comes first, personality or environment? Personality, one's personality or environment, which one do you think would come first in helping one progress in life? The person's habits and their way of life and the things that they do on a personal level, which one do you think comes first, the environment or that person's personal lifestyle and personal, conviction, if you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Yeah.
I would say the personality. I would. I have to keep my personality as it is, and just not getting distracted by the surroundings. Not to give a chance to any new thing. I mean, not. I'm not gonna call it new. Just not to give a chance to any distraction or any challenges that might come from the environment that are not they that don't align with my personality. So my personality is the base basic thing that I have to keep it that way and just focus on my road without looking left or right.
All right. So lastly, from my end,
Wait,
before
wait.
I throw it. Okay, go
Hold it,
ahead.
hold it, hold it. Hold that last. I want to quickly talk to this part because as she asked the question, I'm like, okay. I
Yeah.
think, I want to take a stab at the answer that question of personality or environment. I think it's both. But like you said, the question is which one comes first.
Yes.
Depending on when you are dealing with the person, depending on the phase of the person's life. Because if you look at it from childhood, for example, definitely environment comes first for a child because they don't know themselves at that point. They don't
Yeah.
know who they are. They don't know they are learning from people in their environment. So what happens with the people? They're going to pick up the mindset, the behavior, the thinking of the people around them. But then that has to change the moment you become an adult. When you cannot make
Exactly.
decisions for yourself, your personality now has to come strong.
Mhm.
Otherwise, now it's like, but you see, it's almost like a case of egg and chicken
Yes. Which
because
one comes?
Comes first.
because in grooming, your environment has shaped you into the adult that you are. So now it's going to take a lot of work, intentionality, and consistency in
Exactly.
personal development to now discover or rediscover your personality and stick with it so that you can be, your environment will still affect you at some point, but there's a level of strength that you own from your inside that can help you
Yeah.
choose the environment at that point. But that was a very good question. Thank you, Grace.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. And it was intentional, with regards to
Mhm.
what we're talking about, because people. Well, that's another thing we'll talk about later because it's very, very important. And I asked you that question intentionally because it will help someone out there today. Just like Ejiro rightly said that as a child you're almost helpless. You're just taking in,
Yeah.
and then as an adult, you
You
can
need to
almost say
build.
that okay, all these things I have learned, this is who
Hmm.
I have become. But you
Hmm.
also have the choice to become, and that's where
Change.
personal growth and evolution comes to play. You can still become the version of you that you're looking to become in chasing your goals and what you need to introduce into your life as a person. And the good thing is that we are human beings, meaning that we are evolving. So there's room for transformation. I mean, we have a transformation
True.
coach here, EJ. So yeah, that's that. All right. Now the
Nice.
next question I have to ask, and this is very, very important because we're social animals. We're human beings, and we live with people. We can't help ourselves. We must live with people, and because we have to live with people, we have the choice of picking the people that we bring into our environment. However, there are some people that you may not be able to pick. You just find yourself, what will bring you together with them. You know, life will generally bring them to you. And I heard you talk a lot about negative vibes. So some people don't even know that they're
Mhm.
exuding negative vibes. They don't know what it means. To them, they're just being themselves, and they don't understand what it
True.
means, to expel
Being
or release negativity. So Serenada,
exactly. Yeah.
I need you to help someone out there that doesn't even know that what you're doing is negative. Or they honestly, some people don't know that what you're doing is actually negative. They might just feel that they
Hmm.
are being themselves and all of that. So if you were to itemize like 3 or 5 things to say this sort of behavior comes to me as negative, or I
Hmm.
see it as some level of negativity, so that it can help someone that's just probably living their life. They don't know that they're doing
I don't know.
something wrong. It will help them, to sort of adjust and see that that particular attitude comes off as negative. So what are the things that that if we were to hold, negative is vague, it's big, like negative, but what are those things that you can call out to help someone out there?
Yeah, like as you said, some people might be just living their normal life and they have no idea if that's positive or negative. For them, is just the way it is. Um, Especially when it comes to close friends who I know them well. Um, First thing that they have to think about is that they should keep the hope all the time. They have to have the hope because we as humans, we're on earth and we're evolving. And as you said, we are here for a reason. Each one of us has something to deliver, and the hope must always be there because people who lose hope, it's going to destroy everything else. So hope is number one. When they face a challenge, this doesn't mean it's the end of the world. There are always alternatives. If this thing doesn't happen or doesn't, you didn't succeed with this thing, you can move forward to another thing. You can always find solutions for the problem, and actually sometimes inside the problem itself you will find a solution, not just to go look just around, just inside. Maybe like you, some people can reach out to other people or other friends to ask about advices, and they can just tell them a few words that might change their perspective, change the way of thinking. I feel I'm really good in that with my friends. I try to always be uh, the reminder with them to have the hope, not to put in mind that nothing stays as it is. Like no negative situation will stay as it is. Especially if you always look at the positive from this situation, from the challenge, or from the problem that you have. There is always hundreds of solutions for the problem. You just have to have a clear mind, be patient, analyze whatever you're facing, and just set like one, two, three, just write them down or type them or just try to remember them. That okay, this has happened to me right now. What am I in? How do I solve this problem? Just analyze it as you're doing like a some kind of math or stuff like this. To me, this is how I deal with them, and I try to always, if somebody likes to have my advices, I do the same with them. Hopefully that they will always be on the right track. And since everyone has a life journey and life path, different life path, in order for them to be on track, as I said, hope is number one. And another thing that is actually very, very important, they have to believe in themselves. Believing in yourself is something can take you above, like above the clouds. So that's very important thing.
Thank you. So what I took three things actually. The first one is
Yes.
the to be hopeful. You want to be around people that are hopeful. They can encourage you to look at the brighter side, and that. So this is to somebody out there that's you're a downer.
Correct. Yeah.
when people are trying to get themselves down, I mean to get themselves up, it is you that will come and bring the whole situation even worse than the person. So that's negative. So we're putting it out there because we need to prefer solutions so that people would know, you're the number one downer. If you know that you every time you're that friend or you're that person that is not hopeful. So that's one. So if you're hopeful, you're not negative. Then number two, which is similar to being hopeful, is to be optimistic. If probably I'm going through something and I came to you, Serenade, and another, and I'm like, I am going through this, and you're optimistic, and you're giving me hope, and you're making me see that okay, something good can come out of this. That is not a negative. So, hello, if you're out there and anything, I mean, you're the only one that will see the worst case scenario. You also might
Yeah,
be coming off as negative. And the beautiful thing about life really is what is negative to somebody is positive to another person. Actually, that's the
definitely.
beautiful part of
Hmm.
life. That's why we're putting, because I have, when I am really down, I look for people that can help me see the worst case scenario and the critical
To
part of
highlight them.
it, to
Yes.
highlight them there. And then finally, you talked about someone that can, help. First, they can believe in themselves first. If they don't believe in themselves and they're always like, oh, I can't do, they are rubbing the negative aspect of them over to the other person. So yes, I think you've been able to highlight those three critical things that can help people unpack and know that sometimes they should know who they are dealing with. If you know
Hmm.
you want to come and worsen the case for somebody, keep quiet or get out from there. Don't worsen the situation. Over to you, the energetic EJ.
Sure. Thank you so much, Grace, for capturing that so beautifully. I was going to also come back with that, like, oh, this is what I hear you saying, but you captured it so beautifully. So thank you so much. All right, Serenada, I want to give you an opportunity to voice print. So this is a coaching balance. My
Uh-huh.
lead coach will always say that, like, yeah, you could call it affirmation or anything, but again, is our voices give life to, our words give life to our thoughts. And the more you say it, the more you see it, right? So if you
Hmm.
were going to give life to 2026 for you, what would 2026 be like? 2025 for you was the year for you to increase in patience, to become
Hmm.
more patient. What are you voice printing into 2026?
Maybe to be able to deliver the information or my life experience to as many people as I can, to help them learn from my experience. Maybe they can use it in their own path, in their own journey. Um, I'm happy to. That's actually one of the things. Like I always feel happy to help people out, to learn from my experience. Yes, I'm not super old, but I'm also have quite a few experiences that shaped my personality until now. Me now is different from me 10 years ago. That's definitely the case. And 2026, I will be, I want actually, hopefully, I'll be able to accomplish this goal at the end of the year, to have people ask me questions about my personal experiences and tell them how I dealt with them, how I was thinking when I had the problem and throughout the journey, and how I was able to accomplish good stuff. And then what was the end result? So they just can jump to the end result. They don't have to go through what I went through.
That's interesting. You sound like somebody that will be a fit for our academy, because what I hear you say is you want to be able to tell your story in a way that makes a difference in other people's lives, right? And so it means you want to get into conversations, more conversation. And that's something that we're designing here at Your Voice Your
Amazing.
Impact, because it's called Your Voice Your Impact, because we know and we believe that everyone has a unique story, and it can we can never run out of stories, and there will never come a time where there will not be need for somebody to share their stories so that other people can
Mhm.
be inspired, right? So because of
Yes.
that, we are putting up together a way to help people tell that story more, and tell it from
Yes.
a place of their true giftings and their true talent, right? So you sound like somebody that will be really good in our academy, but we'll tell you more about it, because we would love to
That's
hear more of your
amazing.
story
You
and
see,
telling it
I was
powerfully.
nodding my head vigorously when you were saying it, because when she was talking, I was like, I mean, this is exactly what I mean. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Well. So because again, like we know these things, and for us is we want to go past the stage of knowing. I don't know why. This is just day one of the summit I'm in, the Bridge Summit, but
Hmm.
is already etched something in my mind. And one of the things when the convener, it's a collaboration of an Arab person and I think a European person, right? And when the collaboration happened, and there's something the keynote, the one of the partners spoke about today to say that dreams, right? Dreams always be dreams. And when the when at a summit like this, for example, people can come and meet. It's just one connection. After 3 days, that's it. But the message behind this vision, the message behind the idea that birthed this summit, for example, is one that would outlive, that will live long, and it was saying something about this whole idea came out from just a conversation, right? It came out from just two people thinking, okay, this is the problem, this is the problem. What can we do about the problem? Not just talk about it, right? And this was birthed, and it's going to create more opportunities. So I say all of that to say, we also here on Your Voice, Your Impact, we want to go beyond just speaking now to actually doing. We want to go
Mm-hmm.
beyond helping people vocalize their ideas and their dreams to helping them achieving their ideas and those dreams. So I am also using this opportunity to voice print because I know that we'll say it out and then the action would follow to make it a reality. So I am speaking this out right that the Your Voice, Your Impact Academy is what we're speaking into 2026. And it's going to be here to help you as a person, as a creative, as somebody who wants to leave an impact in this world, who is deliberate about it, to help you articulate it from your place of gift, helping you connect that bridge from your gifts to the impact that your gift can make. I will look forward to telling you more about the academy, telling you more about what we've prepared for you, and inviting you into that possibility to carry your dreams, take it from that place of dreaming and talking about it and thinking about it to the place of doing it and becoming it so that by the end of 2026, this time next year, you're telling your story, we're celebrating you, and you're part of the great work that we're doing here on Your Voice, Your Impact. Thank you, Serenada, for sharing your
Thank you
story,
so
for
much.
stepping out boldly. By the way, guys, this is Serenada's first interview like this. So well done.
Yes.
Well done. I know it was all
Oh,
nerves.
thank
I know it was all nerves, but thank you for stepping up boldly and saying, you know what, I'll just do it. Is it perfect?
you.
Maybe not. But you've done it and it can only get
Yes,
better from here on. Your next
exactly.
interview is going to be way better. Okay. So thank you for
Exactly.
debuting on Your Voice, Your Impact show. We celebrate you and we wish you all the best for 2026.
Thank you very much, EJ and Grace. Thank you for your time and for having me today. Inshallah, we will have more and more. The best is yet to come.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and
Thank you so much.
remember, you started with a promise. You're going to serenade us. We're going to serenade us
Yes.
out of
Yes.
the
Yes.
show, and
Have you
then we
got
need
some
to shout out
time?
to some of the people on
Yes.
live. There's Sandra Sahad. I guess she's your sister. We
Ah,
have Cesara Nitiri, and we have Joyce Sahad as well. We
Yes,
have
they're my family
Diana
members.
Sahad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
family Carousel Sophie. Oh, we love
in the
you, love
South
you, love
Clan.
you
They're
for
watching.
supporting your friend and sister. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of them. And I caught something from what EJ said, and it just fine-tuned something. When you were talking about the collaboration and dreams, you said, a dream. You talked about dream, and then what came to my head is a dream is a dream. A dream continues to be a dream until an action brings it to life. And it didn't come out from the place of wanting to be anything big. It even as much as a nightmare. Some people just have when they have a nightmare, they are so afraid and they bring that nightmare to life, and they practically bring the nightmare upon themselves. So when you were just talking, I just caught that frequency and I said, I must share it. So I don't know who you are. You may be having nightmares, and your fear is gradually bringing the fear to you. So you want to know that that action, you can tweak it to become something that would favor you rather than destroy you. It works the same way. If you have a big dream and you want to actualize it, you want to bring it to life, you can just increase the emotion that can help you bring it back to life. I just thought that would be very beautiful for me to add because I caught it and I wanted to get into this recording so that
Amazing.
someone can get it right.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now we're going to wrap up the session with Serenada serenading us. Thank you all for joining and thank you all for celebrating and supporting Serenada. Serenada, the stage is yours. Serenade us away.
Sure. I'm gonna sing a small part of a song that I really, really love. It's called "You Raise Me Up." I'm sure you know this song. Okay. Not sure if you'll be able to hear me with the noise here. Okay. When I am down and all my soul so weak, when troubles come, my heart can be. When I am still here in the silence, till you come and sit a while with me. You raise me so I can stand on mountains. You raise me to walk on stormy seas. I am strong. Your shoulder raise me up to more than I can be. Sorry, I couldn't hear my voice a lot, so sorry for any mistakes. Thank
Well
you very
done,
much.
you
well
have it.
done. That was good. That was good. You sounded great. You sounded great. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so much. Well,
serenading
thank you
us.
for today. I really enjoyed it and I enjoyed the conversation. I learned a lot also from your questions. That was actually amazing. And hopefully this December will finish in a good way, to enter 2026 in the best shape.
All
Thank you
righty.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
All right,
enjoy the rest of the
everyone.
day.
Yes, yes. All right, everyone. This is where we draw the curtain today on the show. And we just want to let you know that, this year is not going to end until you win, until you achieve some of the things that you still need to achieve. I mean, today is the 8th. Means that there's still 22 days. A lot can happen in 22 days. You start to form an habit in 21 days. Okay. It doesn't stay if you don't continue, but you start to form it in 21 days. So it means a lot can still happen for you before 2025 ends. So I want you to be intentional, switch gears, become more positive, speak the things you want to see and not the things that you're seeing or complaining about. Speak the things you want to see and put your faith out there to achieve one or two things before the end of the year. And like we said earlier on, your Voice Your Impact Academy is coming and we're speaking it and we're saying it out. So you're going to hear more information about it as we wrap up the year to get into the next year. See, by the time we bring out the information, by the time we're telling you more about what we're designing and what we've designed for you, and it sounds like something that you would love, please jump on it. Okay, jump on it. Take the first takers advantage. Okay, because when you join at the beginning, you get the first takers advantage, being that you're going to be a part of that community that is forming from the beginning to make a difference in the life of other people. All right, so keep an eye out for our announcements and more things that we're going to be talking about the rest of this month. We're still going to be talking to guests. Next week we have a very special guest as well, who is a Guinness World Record. What's that again? Is it, do we say Guinness World Record attempter or
Breaker,
what? Because we're still with breaker.
breaker.
I like it, right? So
Who
we're
broke
having
the
a
record
Guinness World.
actually.
It did. So we're getting to talk to somebody who broke a Guinness World Record, and we're going to, just go through that journey, how it started from when he conceived the idea to when he actually did it. What are the lessons there? What is the journey like? So you don't want to miss out on that next week. It's going to be fantastic and interesting. So don't miss it, right? We'll talk to you. So this is bye bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your week. And remember that you do have a voice and your voice is meant for impact. And if you're not sure how to use that voice for impact, we are your plug. Come to us. Let's teach you how to do that at your Voice Your Impact Academy. Okay? See you next week and Merry Christmas. Yeah.